Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Filming in my bedroom with one ring light and no extra lights. And it just takes me back to 3 years ago. Hi everybody, this is Charlotte, your suspiciously recovering shopaholic, in today's reaction video about the coming out story of Nikkietutorials. So tonight is going to be a get unready with me, the complete opposite of getting ready with me, as I take off all of this showgirl persona and prepare for bedtime. It's already 1:30 a.m. and yet I am just about to start recording a video. You know what? YOLO! You Bombshells said you wanted this, and therefore my wish is your command. Your wish is my command. You clicked on this video because probably you have been a long-term subscriber of mine, or you are scandalized by the issue, by the story, and want to know more. You want to feed into your curiosity, or you're probably lost or a little confused, or you're probably looking for someone on the internet whose point of view you can relate to, or who can point you to a point of view that you want to relate to. So here will be my point of view. I am actually a stage performer, so this is my stage makeup, and this is my hairdo for today, which is Motown themed, thus the little bump on the head. So to give you a recap, yesterday a huge YouTuber called Nikkietutorials from the Netherlands, who has about 13 million subscribers and who has been on the platform for more than 10 years, came out as a transgender woman. She revealed that she always had the intention of coming out to her fans, to her subscribers, but her coming out story suddenly became a little bit earlier than desired because she was being blackmailed by people who will expose her story before she can tell it in her own voice because they feel that she is lying to her subscribers or deceiving all of us. Okay, my first reaction to this was, I fervently hope in the core of my being that she pursues legal action against these criminals. I hope that she doesn't just stand up for herself in YouTube. According to my Google research, blackmailing is a criminal act. Right, lawyer friends? Help us keep educated down in the comment section below. Give us some free legal advice, and that'll be your good deed for the year. That was my first reaction. I was bloodthirsty right away. I wanted revenge. Down with the scoundrels. Okay, no more extensions. This is my real head. Okay, copy. Let's use this because I forgot to use it during my New Year's videos. It's still acceptable. It's still January. My next reaction after the vengeance instinct was surprise. That it never crossed my mind. That I didn't consider the possibility. That I always assumed that she was a biological woman all these years. Oh man, it's time to wipe off the makeup. And I worked so hard for this look. Anyway, that's part of the getting unready with me. So, I thought her title was clickbait. Raise your hands if you thought that she was gonna come out as homosexual or bisexual, or she's coming out with a makeup line. You know, with these YouTubers, always clickbaiting. My reaction though was surprise, not shocked, because I have been through a lot in this 20 plus odd years of living. So nothing really shocks me anymore. So we'll open a fresh one for the sake of this video. And this is a Rooted Beauty Purifying Facial Towelette with white tea and calendula. Yes! Give me that tea! Smells so good. Gingo Natural Cleansing Water. As for Nikkie's execution in her coming out story video, I thought it was flawless. I thought it was eloquent. I thought that it was in character as she continued to make jokes, she giggled, she even did her Dutch word of the day at the end. She almost cried, she still was able to laugh, she still looked gorgeous in her hair and makeup despite how uncomfortable the content was for her. Her coming out video showed us exactly who she was, and she repeatedly emphasized that she is Nikkie, was Nikkie, still is Nikkie, and is just plain Nikkie. And this video is a tiny step that is necessary for our society to take that giant leap to end discrimination once and for all. Will it ever end? We don't know. Only our future selves can tell us that when we time travel. Time travel, oh my gosh, imagine the reaction of the Americans from the South during the time of slavery if we show them that Obama becomes president. Or if we time travel and showed ancient women our modern makeup that they don't need to bite their lips and pinch their cheeks anymore, that they don't need to suffer for beauty. Oh wait, we still do that today. Imagine I'm gonna take makeup with me when I time travel instead of like useful things like microwave that will surely change their lives. Makeup is what I'm gonna take. Okay, here we go. We're going for the eyes now. Ooh, eep. I was trying to avoid this part, but anyway, it has to go. So I kind of got sad though when I found out that her fiance had no idea that she was a trans woman, that she had to conceal that part. Now this is where it gets complicated because I totally understand her. Revealing that part of her past can really put her in grave danger. She really had to know the person well. She had to know him for a longer time. I Googled it, I Wikipedia'd it, and there are members of the LGBTQ that were murdered for homophobic reasons. Possibly from the deception of it, people can get violent reactions when being deceived. That is why there is like a crime of passion. So actually, her coming out to a lover, to a fiance, to a boyfriend actually puts her life at risk. And her coming out in this video as a transgender woman, being a public personality, puts her in danger and makes her a target for extreme homophobic behavior. Oh my gosh, check out the half and half of my eyes. Yes, this is how I prefer my eyes to look on stage, but this is actually what it looks like. The deception. So while I am saddened and a little bit concerned for the state of her relationship, that she had to hide that part of herself from her fiancé, from her current boyfriend, fiancé, I completely understand. Because her safety is the priority. Mamaya na yung love. Priority is her life. She had to know first the kind of person he truly was, if he can handle the truth, before she had to reveal that side of herself. And while ideally, he should have known before committing into a relationship with her, we still haven't figured this whole thing out. We are still on the forefront of this kind of change that we are trying to make in our society. So we don't have all the answers yet. So much black on my face. So we are going to change this rag, which is as dirty as my mind. And I feel like she probably wishes she handled things differently. And we're all allowed to make mistakes. And we're all allowed to learn from them. And that is called being human. He had the right to know, and she had the right to protect herself. There is just no formula on how to handle this situation correctly. And can we already stop with trying to identify people based on their sexual preference? I'm completely guilty of this. How many times did I gossip over whether or not a Hollywood actor or actress was gay or straight? I am in the world of the performing arts. How often have I engaged in whispers and gossips on whether my co-actors or co-actresses were gay or straight? I resolved to improve myself and to better myself by not engaging in these kinds of conversation, which will continue to infest and rot our society. You know, as a married woman in my late 30s, I am often asked by aunties, Filipino aunties, well-meaning and some just chismosa, or like a gossip monger, if I'm already trying for a baby. I mean, how creepy is that question? If you are not close to the person, it's as if you're asking them, are you having sex often with your husband? Or it's like, are you doing it more often with your husband so you can get pregnant? I mean, how creepy. We take this for granted because it happens all the time in our Filipino society, but how creepy really is that question? Are you trying for a baby already from someone that you're not close to? It's like, are you having sex often with your husband? They do not deserve this kind of information. We do not deserve that kind of information. We are invading their privacy to the point of being creepy. That's right, we are creeps. We are dirty old men when we ask these kinds of questions. Why do we want to know what kind of person they're having sex with? That's just so wrong, but we don't even realize that it's wrong. We say it as if it's a conversational piece. I'm going to start my double cleansing, so it's gonna get ugly from here onwards, if it hasn't already. I did an outreach program recently in my little store, in my little franchise called Lugo Pilipinas, and one of the little boys there was dressed as a little girl. And I thought to myself, dear world, please be kind to this little boy. He is but a little boy, he is but a child, but he already identifies with a different gender from one that he has been born with. And that is exactly how Nikkie Tutorials recounted her story. Even as a little boy, she already knew, she already felt within herself that she identified to a completely different gender. And I think even solely because of this purpose, that little boys and girls know within themselves instinctively, without any other forms of influence on the outside world, that they want to be someone else, I think that in itself should encourage us and should motivate us to change society's way of viewing gender in general. This little boy of mine and the little Nikki did not want to be an outcast. They did not want to feel this kind of confusion. Imagine how we have identity issues in our teenage years and in our 20s, how we have all kinds of crises, midlife crisis, quarter life crisis, and they were having this confusion as a little child. They were just supposed to be playing. They were just supposed to be enjoying life, and yet they were feeling all of these very adult issues. I wouldn't wish that kind of confusion to anybody, especially little kids who were born into a world that is so not accepting. Okay, let me get back to you. I'm going to be rinsing off first. My face is already very, very slippery slidey. BRB. There you go. Fresh as a piggery. Okay, I'm back and I've brushed my teeth and I have cleansed my face, showered, and gonna do my night care routine. Eye cream first because this absorbs the slowest. So there you go. I hope this video serves you some kind of purpose. And I feel like I wanted to make this video because the more we talk about these kinds of issues, the more the wheels of change can start turning because of the thoughts that are being provoked. Oh, this is the Ordinary serum, which really helped me with my acne. It really minimized the formation of acne, especially during my hormonal episodes. I hope that our future selves will laugh at those blackmailers for using her sexuality against her. Hopefully, it would be as if they were blackmailing her over her preference over apples versus oranges. This is the Madecassoside Cica Cream, my hydration, the final step of this very minimal skincare routine, I would say. Hopefully in the future, the sexual preference of a person cannot be held for ransom against them. Hopefully that is the level that our society can evolve to, and it all starts with one. So spread the word, spread the love. Make sure that your words and actions reflect your inclusion of all kinds of genders, all kinds of people, all kinds of preferences, whether food, sexuality, fashion. This airplane is killing my outro. Hurry up. Well, at least now you know the airport is not closed anymore. There are airplanes flying. Here's the evidence. So there you go. That's me. All of my anti-aging done in place. Almost forgot my chapstick, which is a nighttime essential. Just for the heck of it, just for kicks, let's do a before and after, shall we? This is me before with my stage makeup at 1 a.m. And this is me after everything has been wiped off. This actually reminds me of Nikkietutorials'S legacy, which is the power of makeup. You know, doing half of her face with makeup and doing half without. And that is what we should focus on when it comes to Nikkie. Her gift, her skills, her talent, her drive, and all of the positive things that she brings to our lives, not her gender or her sexual preference. Good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Especially don't forget the comment section down below. It gets lonely down there. I love you all. Mwah! Bye. Done. Yes. Sleeping time.